I understand this exhaustion very well because a few years back, this was very much me. We're gonna do a little object lesson, okay? Please stick with me. I spend a lot of time in these woods trying to help the trees. There's a lot of invasive species out here. One of them is called wisteria. It's a vine that wraps around the trees and it chokes them out and kills them. This is scars left over from where I have cut it away, okay? So let's say that this vine that I have cut away represents Big Pharma, and the tree is us. We know that these invasive species choke out life, and they're not really good for people, and we want to get people to see that. I get that. However, you have become so consumed with what you are fighting against that you have forgotten what you are fighting for. Do you see this tree? This tree grew up with this vine around it to the point where it became a part of the tree practically. Look at this. If I were to cut this away now, this tree would die. It would die. The scars that it would leave behind would leave the tree vulnerable to so much. With how deep it's cutting into this, there's no way that this tree would survive those scars. My friend, you're exhausted because you're offering help and getting mad that people aren't accepting it, rather than stepping back and asking if what you're offering is actually all that helpful. It's okay to raise awareness about the corruption of Western medicine, of Big Pharma. But we need to do these things with compassion and understand that while, yes, these medications are used to mitigate symptoms that are happening because of the fact that we're being forced to operate in a system that is completely unnatural, many of us do not have the means or the ability to escape that system. And so if a medication is keeping you alive and giving you the ability to put food on your table, by all means, take that medication. Talk to that therapist. The way that I have been dealing with the invasive plants out here is I am removing as much of it as possible, but I am leaving behind what the trees need in order for them to continue surviving. You've been fighting an enemy, this invasive plant, by playing right into their freaking tactics, which is division. Compassion is the only thing that fixes this. Know what you fight for, whether it's trees or people, rather than what you fight against. Sun Tzu, The Art of War. Give it a read.